I'm going to share with you today how to de-stress the body and the mind, and actually explain to you how the mind and body impact one another, particularly in a stress situation. So our thoughts carry triggers that will then set off all sorts of cascades within the body. So if we're having a stressful thought about a situation, for example, that will trigger off some adrenaline, that will increase our heart rate and basically put us into a stress response. What we do with our body can greatly impact our mind. And I'm going to share with you a few examples of some somatic exercises which will help you to de-stress your mind and your body so that you can cope better in your day-to-day situations. These are just going to be simple seated exercises, and they will, if you practice them regularly, they will become your sort of automatic way of dealing with a situation rather than going into an automated response that you might be doing right now, which is not very helpful. So one of the first things that we're going to work with is the breath, because your breath is the most profound and impactful immediate response that you have at your disposal, that you can regulate. So unlike your digestive system or your heart rate, you can't regulate that, but your breath you can regulate, and your breath then impacts how your heart is regulated. So you can slow down your heart rate by using your breath in a particular way. You can also calm down the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is a nerve that runs from the base of the skull through down the sides of the neck and inside the body, and it is responsible for the regulation of heartbeat, for the peristalsis action in your digestion, so in other words, rest and digest. And when we activate the vagus nerve, then that helps to put us in our parasympathetic nervous system, so that helps us to calm down. So let's begin by doing some very simple breath exercises, and accompanying this we're going to do some touch, because our body responds to touch, as this is one of the first things that we receive when we're born. When we receive a comforting touch, that will immediately help to calm the baby or help to calm us. So if you take one hand and you place it over your chest area, and we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to fill the belly, and you're going to exhale just with a sigh. What happens in our day-to-day breathing is that we tend to breathe shallow from the top part of our chest, and we don't really we're not aware of how we're breathing. So when we're not breathing fully down into our abdominal region, essentially we are not nourishing this part of our body. So when we take a conscious breath all the way down to our belly, and you can put one hand there if you want to feel your belly expanding. So when you exhale with your mouth open, that sends a signal to your parasympathetic nervous system that you're sighing, and sighing is a way of relaxation, just as yawning is. So when we open our mouths to yawn, that sends a relaxation signal as well. So we're going to do about 5 breaths, inhaling through the nose and just allowing the belly to fill, and placing a comforting hand over the chest area, over your heart. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling all the way up. Up a bit more. And now make a sigh, and inhaling again. A bit more. And again. Last time. Okay, so that sighing is a way to calm our nervous system. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling a little more regulated and calmer? Another exercise which is very good for calming the vagus nerve is we're going to again use touch and again use the breath, because the breath is it does activate the other somatic exercises more, it makes them more potent. So we're going to stroke the vagus nerve down the side of the neck, and this is an exercise that I do with my clients. So you take both of your hands, you slide them up the back of the neck. Inhale, sliding down the sides of the neck. Exhale, hands on the chest. And you can close your eyes, because that also helps to center you. So inhaling all the way up, slide up the back of the neck. Top of the breath, exhale, sliding down. And you can just take a breath here as well. And again, sliding up. Closing the eyes down, and you can blow. You can extend the exhale by blowing as well. This will also calm the nervous system. Another exercise to calm a jittery feeling. Now, frequently when we feel nervousness and a sense of panic or anxiety, it's very much in our solar plexus. We will tighten up in this area. We will shallow the breathing right down to becoming fast chest breathing frequently. This can then also lead to anxiety and feelings of dizziness. So helping to stay anchored in the solar plexus is a good idea, and it's what little children do when they say something is yummy. This one you can breathe using your mouth, and you're just going to, in a circular motion, do some circles over your solar plexus, and you're going to do mouth breathing. Okay, this might help you feel a little bit more centered and a little bit more energized. Okay, and the final exercise I'm going to share with you. You can come to the front of your chair. Is a grounding exercise, and you're just simply going to lift your heels off the floor, tapping your heels. So one at a time, alternating. Let's see if I can show you with the camera. Can you see my heels? Can't really see it. Anyway, alternating your heels, left, right, left, right, left, right. And we're going to do a little bit of MDR, as it's called, EMDR. And this is an alternate tapping. Now, when we use our feet and our heels, that helps to ground us more. So we are going to tap. And you're just going to regulate with your breath at the same time. can use your nose if you want to. I'm switching mine now, I'm alternating. Okay, how are you feeling? Your nervous system should be more regulated by now, and you should be feeling calmer and more centered. Just going to straighten up the camera. And hopefully through these exercises you have simply been focusing in on the body. So the important thing is that we cancel out any of the stressful thinking that then creates this cascade in our body. So what you think about essentially is going to create a reaction in your body, and it becomes a vicious circle. So as soon as you find yourself thinking a thought that is going to increase your stress and amplify your stress response, take a moment to pause and cancel that thought. Just go inwards and do one of the breath work and somatic exercises that I've shown you, and just come back to yourself again. And that will give you time to then think about how you're going to deal with the situation. So I hope that's been useful, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.